Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, what you will learn? You will understood how to access Hugging Face models by using LangChain. So in this, I'll show you hands-on how to access this Hugging Face models by using this LangChain. To perform this, I want to access. I need some platform. You can see I have opened my Google Colab. Here I am writing my code. So first, what I want to achieve, I want to I want to interact with Hugging Face models by using LangChain. So how to do this is the current video. So for this, in order to interact with Hugging Face through LangChain, we need to install a dependency. That is, the dependency is LangChain hyphen LangChain hyphen Hugging Face. This dependency first we need to install. So for this, since I'm using Google Colab, I'm writing this command like this and just clicking on this, or you can press shift and enter if you are using Windows. I'm using Windows, so I press shift and enter so that this requirement or dependency will be installed successfully to my platform. I want to clear this output so that you can able to see the code clearly. Now here I want to use this. I want to use this to interact with my Hugging Face models. Let's take some model. Let's take some model, or let's see what is the class that we use to interact with Hugging Face models. If you want to interact with Hugging Face models, you must need to import Hugging Face endpoint. You can see the suggestion is already providing me, but I'll type it for you. Hugging Face endpoint. Where it is available, the package that you installed. So in that, this Hugging Face class is available. That is LangChain Hugging Face. From LangChain Hugging Face, I'm importing this class. So let's click on enter so that if any mistakes there in installation of this module, then we'll get some error. So currently there are no mistakes, so that's why I'm not getting any error. Okay. Now I want to create a model, or I want to access a model. If you want to access a model from Hugging Face through this class, Hugging Face endpoint class, through this class, if you want to access any model, then you must need to specify few parameters like what is your model, that model name you need to provide. So in order to select a model, let's first open our Hugging Face platform. I'm searching for Hugging Face models. Now among these models, you can see multiple models are available to me. I just want to take, for this demo, I just want to take text generation based models. And you can see multiple models are available here. So among these, you can able to access any of the model by just opening that model. And if there will be any requirement, if there will be any requirement related to policies, the model policies are there. If there will be any model policies, then you need to agree them, or you need to click on agree for agree and accept the repository. So then only you can able to access these models. So if any license is there, then you need to accept that license, agree, and provide your license, provide your details. So then after they'll check your details and verify your details, and they'll grant the access based on your approach. I'm just copying this previously itself I got or I granted access for this model, and now I want to use that model. So I'm just pasting that model name here. Then I want to provide what is the task. So for what task I'm using this? I'm using this for text generation task. You can even see that code under use models. You can see here the task is provided clearly. I'm just copying that task and I'm pasting the task here. So I specified what model I want to access and what for what task I want to access this model. Let's run this cell, or let's save this into LLM1 and let's run this. You can see what I get. I got some error. So what this error is specifying, one validation error, could not authenticate with Hugging Face Hub. We are not authenticated with Hugging Face Hub, but we are trying to access one of the model inside Hugging Face Hub. So since we are not authorized, we are not authenticated, we are unable to access this model. Then the question is how to authenticate to Hugging Face models. If you want to authenticate to Hugging Face models, then first you need to create your account. I've already created an account. Then after that you can see access token. You just click on it so that it will ask you to provide the password for confirming your identity. I just provided my password and I'm just clicking on a confirm. Now it will redirect to this page. Here you can see access token option is visible to you. You just click on it so that you will enter into this page. There you can able to click on create new token and provide whatever the permissions you want to provide under this and just create your token. If you want to access any repository, then you must need to provide this access. This access. So for accessing public repositories, you need to provide this grant access permission for reading public repositories. Definitely, you need to provide this. And if you are accessing through interface endpoint, then provide this access. Or inference endpoint, then provide this access. Or if you want to do calls by using serverless API, then provide this access. And at last and important, that is this. You can create an API token. So whenever you click on it, then you will get the token visible as a pop-up. You just copy it. So once you copy it, then after it will back or it will be shown like this. I have just already copied my token. Now I want to use that token to access model, that is whatever we chosen. So for this demo, we have chosen this Mistral model so that I want to access by using my API key. Previously itself, I have got some access. That is, I requested them from the repository they provided, and from there they provided me the access, grant access. So now I can able to access their model from Hugging Face through Hugging Face API token. Now I am providing that Hugging Face API token inside my model creation itself. That is Hugging Face API token. You can see. So here you need to provide your API token within single quotes, within double quotes, or if you want to store the token inside this secrets, and if you want to access it, then that's the best practice I want to do, or I want to choose best practice in order to access my token. Before this demo itself, I have stored my token, that is this, and for this session, I want to provide access to this Hugging Face API. So that's why I provided access to this by just clicking here. Now I'm copying this key and now I'm using this method to get my secret stored in this variable. So for that, from google.colab I need to import this user data and my token, or you can say my API token, Hugging Face API token. So that will be stored in this variable, that is Hugging Face API. Now I want to use this user data dot get method, and here I need to provide whatever the key I have here. I just copied the key and pasted that here. I'm just running this. Now my password, or you can say this value Hugging Face API key got stored in this variable. Now I want to use that in order to access my model. You can see now I can able to access my model without getting any error. So just forget about warnings, they'll come and go. Now we have our LLM. How to invoke that LLM or how to interact with that LLM? LLM1 dot invoke is the method that you can able to use to interact with this LLM, and you need to provide your message. So what is the question that you need to specify inside that message? Now I'm creating the message here. Message is nothing but interactions. Here you need to provide, let's say I'm a human and I'm asking the question like, who are you? So like that I want to ask a question and I want to run this to see do I get the response after interacting with this model through this API token by using this LangChain framework. Do I get the response? You can see I got the response. What is that? I'm an AI model. I'm an I'm a model of AI assistant. I don't have personal identity, or you can see some response you got, right? Yes. Let's say if you want to provide some more chat, additional chat, you can able to provide that here. From here you can able to mention you are a system or you are something, and as a system you can able to provide some message to this model like you are a translating agent, you are a summary, you are a translating, or you are a sentiment detecting agent for the given sentence. Identify sentiment. So like this I want to provide as a system message and I want to provide a question. So based on the text that I provide, it need to detect the sentiment and need to provide the answer. Let's see what happens. So now this got invoked. You can see I'm a sentiment detecting agent. Yeah, you can see. So it's responded based on the text that we provide as a system. Let's provide some sentence like sentence is equals to hello, how are you? So like that I provide some sentence. Let's see the sentiment of this sentence, what it will get. So our model got invoked and now we'll get some response. You can see sentiment is a neutral. So it also provided some explanation here. So that's it. You can able to interact with any of the model through your API token. But one more important consideration you need to consider is if you are accessing any model, then you just check with that model whether that model is whether that model require any authorization or not. So here you can open the model and you can see if you open any one of the file, then you can able to check with currently it is visible to me. That means no access is required to use this model. I just copy this and paste the model in the same or here in place of my model name, and I can able to access that model as well. So what happened? The size, due to the size issue, I cannot able to access. So like this, multiple issues are there, you need to focus on resolving them, or while accessing them you need to overcome the issues that you have. Currently Colab is not providing that much space to access this much large model, so that's why we are unable to access this model. Sometimes if you try to access a model, like I'll show you one model, that model do I do not have access. Let's open some llama models. Yeah, I'm opening this. Now you can observe here under files version, so you can see here I need to get access, or you can say you can expand and review the conditions and provide your details, and then you submit your request for accessing this model. If they grant you the permission, then only you can able to access the models. Otherwise you cannot able to access the model. Let's see. I'm just copying the model name and providing that model name here, and let's try to check whether I can able to access this model or not. You can see what I got. Yeah, here also for this model also automatically. Yeah, it also too large. I have a space up to 10 GB I think, but I cannot able to access the models which are greater than 10 GB. So 1 billion model, let's check with it. I'm just copying this and I'm using the same model here. Let's see can I able to access it or not. I don't think I can able to access because it requires some permissions. If there is any condition, like we need to access them only when we have that permissions, then if we have the permissions then we can able to accept. Otherwise we cannot able to access the model. You can see the model under the model files. Yeah, I think I have the access to this model, so that's why I'm not getting any requirement for accessing this model. So gated model, you have been granted for the accessing this model already. Okay, so I already have access to this model, so might I not get any issues. Finally you got some response. Yeah, so this is a simple way where you can able to use to access these models. So I have shown you like by using the Mistral model how can you able to access it. In real time you can able to access any one of the model which is present in Hugging Face Hub by just getting the permissions. If there will be any, if there will be any permissions are there, then you need to get the access to that model by requesting the model, and you can use the API token that you generated from your Hugging Face Hub access tokens, and by using the LangChain you can able to access this Hugging Face models, any of the Hugging Face models like this. I hope you understood this video and you got some knowledge on how to access Hugging Face models using a LangChain by taking or by just taking the Hugging Face API key, and by providing the model name and task and the token, you have understood how to access any Hugging Face model. I hope you understood this video and you got some knowledge. If you feel this video is useful, then please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thanks for watching again. See you back in the next video with another interesting topic. Until then, bye bye, guys.